And 680's Richard Southern joins us. Now, you don't see this every day, Richard. A construction crew unearthed something that's been underneath our feet for quite a long time.
I'm doing a story about a rock, and I haven't lost my mind, Adrian. Trust me, this is actually super interesting. Now, the city of Toronto is replacing a 142-year-old water main along Bloor between Bathurst and Spadina. And while they were digging down, they found this. It's a big granite boulder. Now, Adrian, experts at the U of T say this is 1.5 billion years old. Billion with a B, Adrian.
Wow.
Doesn't look a day over a million.
That's no small rock either.
No, it's super heavy, obviously. Now, here's the thing. There's no granite in Toronto. So this big rock, they say, traveled down from Georgian Bay between 12 and 15,000 years ago. It was lodged in an iceberg. The iceberg brings it down to Toronto. The city back then had 150 feet of ice. So the ice melts. The boulder falls down to what is now the Annex. Isn't that something? Now, Adrian, we caught up with some area residents who just had to come and check it out. Take a look.
It was the Ice Age, and the rock was carried down here in an iceberg. And the iceberg melted, and the rock dropped to where it is now. And I think that's a great story.
And the really neat thing about this is that everyone is going to be able to check out this prehistoric piece of granite. A representative from the Bloor Street BIA says it's going to incorporate the boulder into a new parquet that's being built along this stretch of Bloor.
We're going to add it to one of the other parquets. We have 4 parquets going into the Annex, and this one will go into the pollinator garden for birds, bees, and butterflies. It'll be planted right in the center of that garden.
On Howland Avenue.
On Howland Avenue at Bloor Street, which will anchor it in our both our past and our future.
You know, we don't have a lot of old things in Toronto,
No.
but it turns out that, you know, maybe we do here and there, Adrian.
As long as it doesn't end up in a bike lane along Bloor, I think we're all right. Pretty cool, though, and it's a nice idea. They're putting it in a park.
Yeah. It's hard to imagine we had 150 feet of ice above us at one point.
It's hard to imagine that it came all the way from where it did to the Annex.
I know. It's wild.
It really is.
Cool stuff. Got to go check it out.
Definitely. Birds, bees, boulders. Was that the park? Sounds thrilling. No, but a super cool story that rocked. Now, this next story, we're all, well, not all of us, some of us, I think you and I, we're both guilty of. It's called zombie eating,
Yes,
and it appears we have something else on our minds.
While you're watching TV.
Yeah.
A lot of people are doing it right now. Please don't stop on Adrian and I's account. Keep on going.
Hopefully they're enjoying their meal.
Yes, a new poll suggests that people need their screen time to eat. Take a look at this, Adrian. It finds now that 88% of people look at screens while eating. 91% watch the TV while they eat a meal or a snack. 91%.
Guilty.
I know, me too. And get this, you got to find the right show to enjoy your meal. 83% let their food go cold while they try to find the right thing to watch.
That's the truth. You know, I can't settle in. I gotta find something that suits my appetite on television before I can dig in.
And 86% of people say they're so preoccupied with the screen they forget to eat at all.
Wow.
When I'm at home and not working, I'm sitting, is this true, sitting watching City News, just, you know, shoveling food in my mouth, Adrian.
I can't think of anything more appetizing than watching us.
Terrible plug. Moving on, Adrian.
The Summer Olympics in Tokyo may be a year away, but organizers are giving us a sneak peek of the medals, and this one's pretty cool.
This is really cool. Just a year to go until the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, and the organizers showing off these. These are the medals the athletes are going to win. They all, Adrian, are made from old electronic gadgets. They collected 78,000 tons of old electronics, including 6 million old mobile phones. And what they did, Adrian, they pulled enough gold, silver, and bronze out to make the 5,000 medals. Now, you know, Olympic medals, they're not solid gold or solid silver. There's just a plating on them. So they pulled all that out of there. They got the goddess of victory on the front and the Tokyo 2020 symbol on the back. By the way, did you know there's 5 new games coming in the Olympics next summer? Do you know what they are?
I have no idea. You tell me, Richard.
Surfing.
Okay.
Maybe Lindsay can try that. She was out on the boat earlier. Sport climbing, where you climb up rocks. Skateboarding is going to be in the Olympics, Adrian.
Yeah.
And karate, as well as baseball.
Interesting. Karate wouldn't have been there, but you got like you have other martial arts and other disciplines, but karate, not so much.
And you know what they were pitching for? This is true. They wanted to see some people competitive eating in the Olympics, which apparently was a sport back in the ancient Greece days. So we might see ancient eating, competitive eating come one day.
There's a shot for us still. Is that what you're saying?
That we can do well in.
Thanks so much, Richard.
Thanks, Adrian.